Hey everyone, Greta here. Today we are going to talk about the transition, how to move from a down dog to the wheel pose. Since we are talking about the transition, if you are attempting this, I would presume that you are very familiar with the down dog and the wheel pose. If not, especially the wheel, if not, I would strongly recommend you to spend some more time getting ready in the wheel, making sure you feel quite comfortable before you start flipping. And also is the transition from down dog to wild thing. So make sure you're familiar with that movement as well before attempt this variation. The actual difference between going into wild thing and wheel is the shoulder. So we are going to do that. Make sure you have plenty of space because you're flipping from one side to the other. So I'm just going to start at the edge of my mat. That's how I usually do whenever I do a transition like that. So from a down dog, you want to lift the leg up, okay? And then from here, what I usually do is I usually would hop to one side, okay? And then I would move to one side too, okay? Now, you are going to open the hip a lot, reaching, and then gently land the right toes down to the mat. Now from here, ground the feet, and then left hand, push the floor away until your right hand could ground down. Now from here, lean the body weight to the right side, left hand turns as well. So you land in a wheel pose. Ta-da! Done. Okay, so from here, you're gonna go back to a down dog. What do? Left hand, push. Okay, so from the fingers pointing to the back of the mat, I point to the side. I lift, and then I engage my lower abdomen and my ribs a little bit, and I flip back into a downward facing dog. In this movement, it's not very complex. More about the factor is you need to have a strong arms and shoulders. You need to push the floor away and lean the body weight to one side so the other side can lift up and do the switching. So if you want to try it, you can maybe do wheel pose and see if you can lift one hand off away from the floor, and just for you to experience how it would feel to have the body weight shifted entirely to one side. And don't forget, you need to push. As soon as the hand touches the floor, you need to push it away so that just to give space for the other hand to switch and to move around. From a down dog to wheel pose is usually easier than from a wheel pose to a down dog. So that's why if you are still experimenting with this movement, just go to wheel and just come back down and then go back into a down dog instead of flipping back. And when you're flipping back, you just like wild thing actually, you actually want to engage this part of the body and you want to move not with the hips and the lower back, but feel this entire body part as one unit moving together, and that will share some of the load away from the lower back. So that was a little bit slow, breaking everything down. Now I'm going to do it a little bit faster so you can see the actual movement in real time. And that's it. Nice and fun. One more thing. When you're flipping, if you are not, moving your body onto the side of the mat like I do, if you want to land on the wooden floor, just make sure that your hand is not too slippery or the floor is not too wet. Because from personal experience, I tried it once. I landed on the floor once, but I don't remember, I think it was the floor that was too wet, like with a lot of people sweat, like humidity and all that stuff. My hand just slid and I hit the top of my head down to the floor. So that's why from that experience onwards, I would always hop to one side and make sure that I always land on my mat. That's it. So give it a go, making sure you can breathe okay, and I'll see you again soon. Take it easy.